Hi everybody, welcome to Talk O'Clock. Happy Saturday. How was your week? Mine was hot. So hot. We had a major heat wave here this week and I had to deal with it. Honestly, it went pretty well, I have to say. I did, of course, remember last year's heat wave, and it wasn't a surprise for me. And my hair is funny because I'm just freshly out of the shower and it does the things that I don't want to. But well, it has its own personality, I guess. So I had remembered last year, of course, and so the heat wave and the way I'm dealing with it or how it affects my body didn't really surprise me. So I was a little more prepared, hence, I was very careful with how I spent my energy in a day. I made sure I drank a lot. I made sure I did cool down every so often, and also just had some time where I would rest, simply just rest. So Saturday, I think it was, yeah, Saturday, I did prep for the week because it was Sebastian's birthday and also one of my best friend's birthday this week. So I did gift wrap a lot of gifts. And I actually really like making uh, wrapping paper my own. So I'm using up the stash that I do have in the house. But in regards to um, um, words, I, it's not climate change, but like just being very respectful and very thoughtful with the art environment itself and what I use and what kind of materials I use and such. I'm having a tiny little shift. Not that I have been disrespectful or just using for the sake of using something in the past, but I made tiny little changes. For example, I'm only going to use that brown wrapping paper like that you use when you send something off in the post in the post office via the post office. And make it my own with stamps and such that I do have in my stash that I can use, and yeah, things like that. So I really liked creating that wrapping paper for one of Sebastian's gifts. So he got a book from me and a slanket, and he loved it a lot and is currently speed reading through his book so that he can start the one that I gifted him because he's very curious. It's the first of the Chronicles from Patrick Rothfuss, by the way, in case you're curious. And then Sunday I was at Sebastian's parents' house because his mom and I were prepping his birthday cake. So it actually started with just a joke. His sister is gonna have her birthday later this year, and she would like to have a Pikachu cake. So I looked through pictures on the web and showed her and said, you know, something like this, is that what you had in mind? And we found one, and we're gonna build that cake later this year. But Sebastian said, you know, I kind of want a cake too, and we were just goofing off and joking around that he could get the cake from Warhammer 40k, his Tyranid Swarm Lord. Or Hive? No, Swarm Lord. We decided on the Swarm Lord. So we said, okay, we're going to meet up on Sunday and we're going to build that cake with fondant and all of that. Yeah, it so happened that it was 37 degrees centigrade, which is almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's hot, especially when you bake in a environment where there's no AC that would cool down the room. So we had a full challenging day on Sunday. Started at 9, finished at 7 in the evening with that cake. Had a little dinner in between, so I would say it's like 8 or 9 hours that we worked on that cake, but it worked. Very lovely. And then Sunday evening I went to Sebastian's house. We had a full gaming / a date day on Monday, played a lot of Gloomhaven, but also other smaller games that I brought with me, just say Rummy Cup, Love Letter, Quicks, Diamonds, these kind of games, just having a full day of gaming, which was very lovely. And on Tuesday, it was Sebastian's birthday, so we celebrated that, having his family over for cake and lovely coffee and chatting and such. So we had kind of like a double party thing going on because we also celebrated our engagement. We announced that, aside from his parents and sister who knew right away, but we announced that we were engaged and had a very lovely double celebration kind of a party. And in the evening his dad came over too, and we went out to a pub, had a lovely dinner together, chatted a lot. We hadn't seen each other since Easter, so it's been a while, and we just caught up with each other, which was very lovely. And well, Wednesday, after quite a couple more rounds of Gloomhaven, I just went home and unpacked over here and got ready for prepping the next week, because I'm gonna film a lot next week. It's gonna be a little cooler, I hope. So that's gonna be lovely. I have to record quite a couple of videos for Pinselgeschichten Junior, and I have a couple of lovely plans, so I'm excited to film next week. And yeah, today it's actually Friday again, so Sebastian's gonna come over this evening. We're gonna spend the evening together with Jörn, just hanging out and enjoying lovely company. We've got a couple of things to prep for tomorrow, because we're gonna have Sebastian's birthday party with his friends at our house, just a lovely little group spending the evening together, and we gotta prep a few things like the barbecue and the salads and the chairs and the tables and all of that, you know, just stuff. And we're gonna take care of that tonight and tomorrow morning. And then on Sunday, I'm actually really looking forward to that. We have a full painting day planned. So in Sebastian's and my friend group, there's quite a couple of mini painters. And we thought it would be very lovely to spend a whole day to get together painting minis. I do have to paint my new mini for Gloomhaven, for example. I want to get her done on Sunday, and I'm looking forward to spending the day with lovely friends, nerding like crazy and painting lots and lots of minis. So yeah, it's going to be a lovely week. I also had quite the lovely DSA preparing slash planning adventures kind of hours. So Sebastian's stepdad and I, when I talk about both, I gotta give him that title, though he is his dad and the other dad, but just to not confuse you, I'm gonna call him stepdad, which is weird, because, yeah, he's not really, but he is, whatever. So his stepdad is the game master for our DSA groups, plural. And for the big group, we've got a lovely campaign currently going, and there's things that will happen with my character and with other characters that we have been prepping and talking about and chatting and just brainstorming ideas and writing things into the quests or the adventures that had not been provided by the standard campaign. And that was very lovely. We spent quite a couple of hours yesterday and the day before just being very creative, doing storytelling, story writing, and prepping things there. I have to be very vague because I don't know if Sebastian's ever watching one of the vlogs. We don't really talk about that, so I gotta be vague just in case he watches. So Sebastian, no information for you. But yeah, it was very lovely, very productive. We only have a few minor things we have to figure out, and that is awesome. I really enjoyed that because it leans into my love for storytelling and stories itself. I mean, I paint stories. That's the tag of my social media sites. It's my handle. It's my company. So I very much enjoyed going away from painting in that regard, but just doing the storytelling and just creating a world there or a story, something that we can play through, I guess, later this year. I don't think it's gonna happen very soon-ish, but later this year. And I'm so looking forward to what the group will think of that and how they will judge those things in the feedback sessions of that we have after every gaming evening. So I'm very curious, and I loved it and enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, that was my very lovely, very exhausting week. And I'm looking forward to a couple of cooler days. It's way cooler today. It should be even cooler later this week. So Sunday, they said something like 22 degrees centigrade, which is awesome. It's like 80s Fahrenheit. It's very doable for me, and I'm looking forward to have a little more energy, or not to have to be so attentive to my energy levels and just being able to work a whole day or do something a whole day without having to take a nap from 3 to 6 p.m. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I hope you had a great week. I'm gonna let you go now. I'm gonna see you next week with hopefully lovely stories to tell. And thank you very much for watching. Take good care and have fun. Bye.